Joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show, courtesy of the friends at Chunky, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles, fresh off a breakout 16-sack season, the pride of Camden, New Jersey himself. He is none other than Haason Reddick. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Rich, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Look, I know you're a hometown guy, across in Jersey and went to Temple. But I'm confused here. You didn't go to Georgia. How are you able to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, Haason? I don't understand. I don't get it.
Oh man,
I don't get it.
Yeah, you know we've been drafting those dogs out of Georgia. But man, just a great Temple wow. So Philadelphia guy, Jersey guy, and now I'm home.
And it was pretty neat. I remember sitting on the set with a fellow, Pennsylvania guy and Mike Mayock when you were drafted in Philadelphia on the rocky steps of the art museum, but not for Philadelphia, for Arizona. What was that moment like for you, Haason?
Oh man, it was crazy, man. Just to, it's just like playing back home, right? To have the draft in Philadelphia, right, where I played college ball, right across the blue from where I was born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. Man, it was amazing. I was able to have my family there. I was able to have friends there to watch me on my big night.
And now for you to be playing in Philadelphia, walk me through what home games are like for you, Haason.
Oh man, home games are ecstatic, crazy, man. Atmosphere, energy there. A bunch of tickets going out.
Yeah.
Clearly, but man, it's been last year was beautiful, man, and makes this year that much better knowing that I'm going to be home again, playing for my hometown team.
Well, again, it wasn't your first ever career double-digit sack season, but it was humongous. Clearly, what clicked for you last year? Do you think, Haason?
Oh man, just a lot. More time on task at the position. Great supporting staff as far as family, friends, coaches, players that was around me, out on the field with me as well. All the way to the want to, knowing that I was back home in my city and wanting to rep the city well.
And you certainly repped it well in the NFC Championship game when you got home. And maybe the most important part, you want to talk about being a hometown guy and playing at home. You got home on Brock Purdy in that game. Have you watched I'm sure you've watched film of it, but you broke up what could have been a scoring play for San Francisco and then pretty much ended the game on that spot. Are you aware of that, Haason? Did you see that?
Yeah. Yes, of course, Rich. I was aware of it. Unfortunate to what happened to Purdy. Just out there doing my job, man, playing the game that I love. And like you said, I was able to come up big for us in the championship game, to help us get to the Super Bowl.
So let's talk about now and this season. Haason Reddick here on the Rich Eisen Show, courtesy of Chunky Soup. We'll discuss that in a moment. So this year, how much do you think about last year coming into this year, Haason?
Not much, Rich, if I'm being honest, because last year is last year. The only thing about last year that I think about is getting back to the Super Bowl. Other than that, what happened last year, it's like water under the bridge, man. We got to keep moving forward. We got to keep moving forward, keep progressing. It is a new year. And simply that, what happened last year does not matter now, right? It's a fresh start, a fresh year with a fresh chance and at our goals.
How has training camp been similar, preseason been similar, where you feel like you are ready to run it back for this team? Walk me through that if you don't mind.
For me, it hasn't been similar, but my approach is nevertheless will be, a little hiccup, but nothing major, right? I'm still preparing. I'm still working hard, and making sure that myself and my body is ready to go for the season opener.
And the defensive line, what are meetings like in that room, Haason, with Fletcher, and obviously you got the Bulldogs in there as well. What's it been like in those meeting rooms?
Yeah. Our meetings are fun, man. Our meetings are great. We have great veterans, guys that have played football for a long time. And Fletcher and BG, guys who've won a Super Bowl. We have guys, who are veterans of my age, 7 years, 5 years, who making big impact on the field. And then we have, like you said, we got those Georgia Dogs, those young guys on the D-line now as well, who has been tremendous with their approach and learning, their approach on how they're, going out for practice, making sure that they're ready to make an impact right away as well. So it's been fun, man. It's been great. We get to read each other, well, not read each other's mind, but we get to pick each other's brain, rather, on technique, what we see on the field, what we think could work better, and having fun at it while, taking care of the important things.
How good can Jalen Carter be?
Man, Jalen, he can be really, really good. Really, really great. He can be a great, man. The sky is the ceiling for him, He is tremendous for his size, the way he moves, how explosive he is tremendous. And honestly, Rich, I'm glad that he's with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I don't think I would like to see him, in any other uniform, especially offenses. I know our offense is glad that he's here as well.
How has Jordan Davis improved from one season to the next?
Man, he much improvement, man. Much maturity, maturity-wise, just growing up. And then his approach as well to practice, to go out there and see him make the plays that he's made this camp. I mean, you see the size, but he's putting it all together now. He's getting behind all his technique. You can see that the work with Fletch, the work with Coach Rock is paying off. And, he's another guy that I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how year two is for him and, what impact he helps make this year.
And how is Nakobe Dean ready to get right in the middle of everything, Haason, and be part of this mix? What do you have for me on that front?
I believe he is, Rich. I'm in the meetings, Rich. The questions that this kid is asking lets me know that he knows what this year means. He knows what this is. He knows that he's a young guy. He has to come in confident and ready, especially being the, middle linebacker. He's the quarterback of the defense. He knows that he has to command. He knows that he has to command the defense. And just being in meetings, seeing him ask questions, seeing the things that he's talking about, it just let me know that he's taking this thing seriously and that he's ready to get out there and be a big part of the defense.
Well, I just remember when he was playing, at Georgia, and he was the man. I mean, he was. Not just the man on the field, but he was getting in the grill of his teammates if they were not in certain spots or playing in a way that he thought that they could. Is he ready? Is he ready to do that for the Philadelphia Eagles, you think, Haason Reddick?
Yeah, I believe so. He's definitely taking an approach like he is. Even his conversation with other veteran linebackers. We had some guys that played ball for a while, 7, 8 years come in, and he's able to help them with the defense because he's been here already throughout OTAs and training camp. So, to be there and see him, telling some, oh no, you got to do this and this defensive call, or yeah, you got to line up here and this defensive call, to see that. It's just showing a lot of growth and maturity in his game as well.
Haason Reddick here on the Rich Eisen Show. Before we get to Chunky, tell me your favorite Jalen Hurts story that can be, I guess, definitive in telling fans who he is and what he means for your team. You got a great Jalen Hurts story for me, Haason Reddick?
Oh, man. When I first signed, I had played against the Eagles twice before coming to, matter of fact, I played against Jalen when he came to the Eagles. I played against Jalen twice before coming to Philadelphia Eagle myself. And we've had some battles. I was able to get him once or twice as far as sacking him, but even winning, I was able to beat him once, and he beat me once when I was with Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I got signed here, he was the first one, text me, "Hey man, I am glad you are here." And I'm like, "I'm glad to be here." He like, "No, listen, I'm tired of you chasing me around on the field. I'm glad now that you are here, and I no longer have to worry about you." So, just extremely humble, a great human being, Rich, and that's my story. That's my Jay Hurts story.
Well, I mean, he's just the fact that he has the screensaver on his phone. Have you seen it? The screensaver on his phone, Haason? Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
What did you think of when you saw what the photograph is of him coming off the field, dejected after you guys were unable to complete the mission in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he has a chip on his shoulder, Rich, and he's been working extremely hard. He took accountability for the game, which I felt like he shouldn't have done. He put it on himself for what happened in the Super Bowl. And he wants to get back, and he wants to win. He wants to win one for the city. He wants to win one for the team. The man's a winner, Rich. He's a winner, and that's what he wants to do, and he knows what that means. That means winning the big one.
So before I let you go, let's talk about Chunky. And you're the perfect person to help sack food insecurity, right? And make sure that people have meals on the table. What are you doing for Chunky, Haason Reddick?
So we've partnered, like you said, we've partnered to tackle, food insecurity and hunger across America, right? There's about 49 million Americans that deal with food insecurity. So our goal is to give away 2 million meals this season. So what we're asking is for all NFL fans this season, for every Campbell Chunky bowl that is purchased, we will be giving away a free meal to those in need.
And the goal is 2 million meals to feed America from you and Chunky, Haason, and that is an incredible cause. So what's the number of sacks this year now that we know the number of meals in helping sack food insecurity? What do you got for me? Come on now.
I'm big on progressing. I know last year I had 16 regular season sacks.
Yes.
My goal is I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, right? 16 sacks is a hard feat to accomplish. But my goal is to either get there again or be better than that. Rich, truly. I've been working with, the little, like I said, ups and downs. I've been working hard, man. I'm feeling good. And I'm ready to go. So my goal is to be better than I was last year.
Okay. So let's be honest here. Let's talk honestly before I send you on your day, Haason Reddick. I need an honest answer here. And I don't need just everything, every game matters the same. Which one are you circling the most on the Philadelphia Eagles?
If I'm being honest, I have 2 games
scheduled. Please be honest. There's 2 circles. What are the 2 circles on for the Philadelphia Eagles schedule, Haason?
Definitely Kansas City. After going to the Super Bowl and losing it. So definitely Kansas City, and then that San Fran game. Man, a lot of chirping, a lot of back and forth over social media about what could have, and should have happened. So I'm looking forward to that one. No game more than that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, you did win that one, and part of the reason why you won it is you got home, right? I mean, you did get to the quarterback. You personally did get to the quarterback,
yes.
Right? So how did you take that chirping? Clearly.
Man, I never weighed in on it. For me, I watched. I've seen things that guys were saying. Debo, Samuel, Fred. A lot of these guys that came out and talked about it. And I respect them, right? I respect them for their opinion and their thought and their belief in their team. For me, man, I'm the same way. I believe in my team. I believe in my teammates, and I feel the same way. So for me, it's like, bring it on. Y'all kept on talking. Y'all talked about this all off season, through the Super Bowl, after the playoff game. So it's like, better be prepared, man, because you know I will be, and I know that I'm going to do my best to make sure the team is ready too.
Yeah, that is week 13. So bring a lunch pail is what you're saying to that game.
Yes, sir.
All right, Haason Reddick. I will look forward to that one, and I have circled this interview and say let's do this again. Thanks for the call. Greatly appreciate it. Congrats on last year's season personally and professionally, and let's roll into this one. Thanks for the time.
Rich, it was truly a pleasure, and thank you for having me as well.
Absolutely. At Haason7 Reddick on both Twitter and Instagram, or X and Instagram, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.